Imagination, Donald Byrd. That one's for Rebecca. And Robbie, can you please play a record for the best on back-breaking funkers, especially Dean? Some of us are going to see Donald Byrd tonight, and some others are going tomorrow. So perhaps you play something appropriate. And also hi to everyone that remembers us from Caister. Of course, if you have to write down all your songs and who's written them, you get Mizell keep popping up, Pons and Larry. And you were saying they actually wrote as the corporation in the Motown days.
Yeah, and they wrote the first songs, big hits for the Jackson 5, ABC, I Want You Back, and so forth. They had a bunch of platinum albums before they came with me. But I knew them as students. And they were students of mine before they went out to join Motown and become the writers for Motown. So that's our association that goes way back, quite some time.
How did they get back in touch with you then? Because on a lot of the Blue Note albums, for instance, they keep popping up time and time again. Did they call you and say, it's Little Larry and Little Fonz here, we've got some songs for you?
No, we never lost contact with one another. And then we just decided, hey, let's get together and collaborate on something different. And they were big jazz fans because both of them are trumpet players. And they were like fans of mine for many years, okay? So we got together and came out with the album Blackbird, and they serviced all the disc jockeys in the United States. And everybody said, oh, yeah, that's Donald Byrd, so that's a certain kind of music. And all the pop people, they threw the album away. So then it became very big in my hometown in Detroit and in Washington, D.C., where I was teaching at Howard University at the time, and in Los Angeles. So then everybody picked up on it and said, oh, this is something different, this is new. So then they came back, and it became a big hit. But then the jazz people started eating at me. Okay, they had a feast on it for 10 years. You know, he sold out, everything that's bad was attributed to Donald Byrd, you know. So, like I said, I weathered it. Then it became commonplace. Then they found a name for it. They started calling it jazz fusion, jazz rock, jazz, and then Herbie and Chick Corea and Chuck Mangione, and everybody jumped on it. Then it became commonplace. Then it was, oh, well, that's not so bad. Now, when people started looking back in retrospect and said, you know that stuff that you played, Dominoes and Flight Time, that was really great stuff. But I said, well, where were you when I needed you, okay?
Absolutely. 20 minutes to 1, live on the Robbie Vincent Saturday Show, Donald Byrd and Chris of Wellingborough. Go ahead with your question of Donald Byrd, Chris.
Hi, Donald.
Yes, Chris.
I just wondered whether at the concert tonight you'll be playing some of the older stuff from your Blue Note era, such as Rensana's Priestess and Places and Spaces. I think that's really fantastic stuff.
Thank you. And we will touch upon something like that. But what I'd like to do, though, is play some new things to keep you abreast of where Donald Byrd is at in 82, you know.
Yeah.
You see, that was 72.
Yeah.
Right.
But do you find now, then, that you can experiment more? Because having been an innovator and having taken a lot of stick for it, do you now find it's a little bit easier to even go to for record labels, for instance? A record label's in the money business. I mean, they're not going to put out arty records, are they, for the sake of Donald Byrd?
Right. So, Robbie, I still, in a way, I still have the same hassle. I'm trying some new jazz things, which I haven't recorded yet. I've been playing it for about 2 or 3 years. Maybe tonight I'll try one of those on the audience just to show them. I'm always trying to move ahead and try different things. Actually, as far back as when I did Cristo Redentor. That was like very radical for that particular time because jazz artists didn't have choirs and things like that. But I always weathered. That became a very, very big hit.
Well, in the crowd tonight at the Donald Byrd concert will be Alison, Amanda, Tina, Jen, Karen, and Lynn, the Sitting Bull Funky Ladies. I hope you enjoy it.